Hey everybody. Okay, so we are making our two design project, right? So it's difficult and it's easy. And so the difficult part is coming up with a starting point. So here's one that I just created, and I want to show you how to create the second part because it's kind of easier. All right, so I've got this template started right now. So rather than wasting time and coming up with this whole design and walking you through the whole thing, I want to show you how this works. So I've got this part created. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to save it, and I'm going to save it as design one. I'm going to save it as the desktop, so there we go. All right, then what I want to do, so I'm going to wait till it saves completely. Okay, so you can see it right up here, saving. All right. Then what I want to do is I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to call it design2.psd. Okay? And then for this one, I'm going to change it to here, Adam, and then this part. And see, this is where it gets trickier. Adam Thielen. So the tricky part comes up now where notice how the name isn't as long as the other one. All right, so this name's a little bit thinner and smaller. So I've got to fit this in appropriately. Then what I'm going to do is so I've got this picture in here. The other thing I've got to do now, of course, I'm a moron, so I rasterized this text. So then I have to change his number, and so here we'll change that part next. So I'm gonna go File, Place, and so I've got a couple Thielen pictures. Okay, so the reason I'm selecting a couple of these is they all look cool, right? But how are they gonna fit this picture, right? So if I've got two designs, here's one of him running, right? And so I probably don't want this picture because he's just standing there. It doesn't look as cool. This is a great picture and it's successful, but now I'm looking the other way. Is it good, bad? I'm not sure. Both look good. Another cool picture, but does this fit the kind of style of this? Probably not. So I'm going to end up going with this design. Now the color scheme is a little bit different in terms of the jerseys, but I don't think that's really that important. Okay, so then I'm going to go in here and quick selection and select this picture as much as I can. And I'm not going to use the whole picture. I'm just going to use a portion of it because again, this is another really good point about this is the main picture of Dalvin Cook that I'm going off of. That picture has him from kind of the waist up. And so I want to make sure that I'm including everything that I need to in the picture. And so it might look kind of weird if I've got one picture of him waist up and another picture full body of the other person. So creating something that's going to look similar is super important. It might even be a better idea to zoom in even more on this, but this should be pretty decent. Okay, so then I'm going to go select inverse, delete, and now I've got this picture here. Alright, so now I'm going to get rid of that picture, pull this picture here, make it a lot bigger. Wait for it. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm not really sure why it's not changing its size. I might have the wrong part selected. I'm not really sure. Alright, so this gets a little bit different. So I see a couple little spots right in here. That's the bell ringing. So I got 5 minutes before my next class starts. Look out. There we go. Alright, so that's better. Okay, so now I'm going to make this bigger, fill the space a little bit more here, and then maybe rotate it a little bit, move them over, So again, he fills the space a little bit better. Okay, so now I've got that. Now I've got to get rid of this 33, so I'm going to delete that and then put the 19 in there for the other picture. Okay, but this is how it works. And so now I'm going to go File, Open, and then Design 1. And so now I've got both of these. Now let's zoom out on this. Okay, so you can see the two of these now. See how the style and layout is pretty much the same? And so I'll probably have to make a couple of tweaks when I look at this. Delvin, I might want Delvin all the way to the side here. Okay, and then if that's the case, then I'll probably go into this one and touch this one up. So I don't have to start all over again. Like, that's the cool thing about this. You've just got a template, and then you just tweak a couple of pictures and additions in the image. So that should make the process much easier. If I need to make any changes, though, like maybe I don't like this shape, I want to make it horizontal, then I'd have to go into this and do that too. So I'm going to have to clean up the number on this side, but you get the process of how this works. Okay, and then when you're finished with it, you're going to put both of these files into a JPEG template on Schoology. So there you go. That's the process. You get how it started. I've still got a little bit of work to do to clean it up, but you understand, for the most part, how this works. So anyway, reach out if you have any questions, but have fun with this assignment because I think it's a pretty good time.